Hello everyone, my name is Mayank and today I am going to present in front of you a complete solution to Codebasics resume project challenge 4. Now if you would want to download the dataset to practice along with me, uh, you can go to Codebasics website, codebasics.io, click on resume projects and go to resume project challenge 4. Provide insights to management in consumer goods domain. This is a SQL challenge, and I'll also add a link to Codebasics website in the video description. So without further ado, let's move to my SQL workbench and let's get started. Okay, so now that I am on my SQL workbench, the very first thing that I will do is to import the database. To do that, I'll go to server, click on data import. Next, I'll go to import from self-contained file and I'll click on the three dots to browse the location for my database. So I already have my database in this location. I'll quickly double click on the database to import the path. Next, I'll go to import progress and click on start import. Now, importing the database might take some time depending on the size of the database. Till then, let me quickly show you all the schemas that I currently have in my workbench. So I have Atliq March sales, GDB041, GDB056, Mitro Bank, and stolen vehicles TB. So if I click on refresh right now, since the database is currently importing, I already see this new database present in under schemas, which is GDB023. Let's quickly explore what all tables do I have in this database. So I have TIM customer, TIM product, fact cross price, fact manufacturing cost, fact pre-invoice deductions, and fact sales monthly. Now, how do I know if this is the right database that I am targeting? So for that, what I'll do is I'll go to the folder where I have this dataset downloaded from Codebasics. I'll click on metadata, and so this metadata is about the database and the tables that are included in the database. It has a comprehensive overview of the tables in a database GDB023. So I have TIM customer, TIM product, fact gross price, fact manufacturing cost, fact pre-invoice deductions, and fact sales monthly. So my tables in the database that is imported in Workbench matches with the tables present in the metadata about the database. So now that we are confirmed that we have successfully targeted the right database, what I'll do is I'll first right click on this database GDB023 and I'll set it as default schema. So what this will do is this will make GDB023 as active database. So if you see this database GDB023 has been highlighted or it has been made bold, and other databases are not highlighted basically. So this means GDB023 is currently the active database. So what I'll do is I'll open a new SQL file. I'll close this one. Let's start exploring the database. Now, if I want to show all the tables that I have in my database as an SQL workbench output, what I'll do is I'll write show tables. And since GDB023 is set as default schema, it will show the tables present inside GDB023 So here I see I have dim customer, dim product, gross price, fact manufacturing cost, fact pre-invoice deductions, fact sales monthly. So this I can also explore by clicking on the arrow on the left hand side of the schema name, and then clicking on the arrow on the left of the tables. So this is basically showing me all the tables that are present in the database. Now let's explore dim customer table. To do that, what I'll do is I'll say select star from dim customer, and so you will see that my SQL workbench will also give me suggestions on the tables that are present in my database. So if I start writing the name of the tables, okay, so it is not giving me right now, but I'll show it to you later. And here I will limit the number of rows to 5. So as soon as I hit Control Enter, okay, so it says dim customer. That is because USTOMER, and which is why it was not giving me the suggestions for the table. So I'll hit Control Enter, and I see I have these columns in my table dim customer. So I have customer code, customer, platform, channel, market, subzone, and region. Okay, let's quickly explore this attribute customer code. So I would want to count the number of distinct customer codes in dim customer table from dim customer, and I will hit Control Enter. So here I see that I have 209 distinct customer codes. So if I remove distinct from here and I just say count customer code, again I will see the same number 209. This is because my dim customer table is a dimension table, and you all already know that dimension table has uh, uh, a primary key. So in this table my primary key can be customer code, which means all the customer codes in this table will be unique. So doesn't matter if I do count distinct customer code or count customer code from dim customers. Okay, now let's explore distinct customer names. How many distinct customers do we have in our dim customer table? Distinct, and here I will say customer from dim customer. So we have 74 distinct customers. So we have 209 distinct customer IDs, but distinct customers are only 74. So which means okay, let's hit Control Enter on dim customer again, and so here I can see that for Atliq exclusive, one of customer code is 700038181. Again, if I see Atliq exclusive here, I see different customer code 700040669. This could be because so this could be for different units of Atliq exclusive or different stores of Atliq exclusive. So here if I see this one is in Indonesia 3181, and this Atliq exclusive is in Japan. So from here we were able to figure out that we have distinct 74 distinct customers, but total customer codes is 209. So let's print all those distinct customers that we have. DISTIN, select distinct customer from dim customer. Control Enter. So these are the distinct customer names that I have in my database. Okay, so now let's explore another attribute in my dim customer table, which is platform. To do that, I'll quickly copy this line of code, paste it here, and I will change distinct customer to distinct platform. So here you can see, as soon as I write platform, as soon as I start writing platform in my SQL Workbench, SQL Workbench will give me suggestions of the columns that are present inside the table dim customer, which is present inside my database GDB023. Now to select this or to auto write this, what I can do is I can hit tab. Okay. So now I have select distinct platform from dim customer. I'll hit the control enter, and I see there are two distinct platforms. One is brick and mortar and another one is e-commerce. So which means Atliq Hardware is doing its business through either through e-commerce websites like Flipkart, Amazon, etc., or through physical stores like Chroma, Best Buy, and all. So with that, let's move on to another attribute. I'll again quickly copy paste, select distinct platform, and I'll change platform to channel. I'll hit control enter. So these are the different channels that are that Atliq Hardware is doing its business through. So they are either directly selling it through through Atliq exclusive, or they have retail stores like Roma, Best Buy, and in some countries where the business is done through distributors, they have their distributors as well. Okay, now let's again explore what all different markets do we have in dim customer, and I'll do select distinct market from dim customer. So I have India, Indonesia, Japan, Pakistan. Okay, let's count the number of distinct markets that we have. So I'll do again copy paste, count distinct, uh, instead of channel I'll do market, and from here we can see that we have a total of 27 distinct markets in our database. Now let's check. So we have two attributes remaining. One is subzone and the another one is region. Let's quickly explore them as well. So I'll copy paste distinct subzone from distinct customers, and I will again copy and paste, and I'll change it to region. Okay, so I'll hit control enter on select subzone. So I have these 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So let's count the number of distinct subzones. So I'll say count, control enter. So I have 7 different subzones, and similarly if I hit control or enter on select distinct region, I have 1 2 3 4 5, sorry, 1 2 3 4 4 distinct regions. So one is Asia Pacific, European Union, North America, and Latin America. Okay, so now that we are done exploring our customer table, let's quickly jump to product table, and to do that I'll open a new SQL file. Here I'll say select star from, and as soon as I write dim, I see different tables that are starting by the name dim. I'll go to dim product and I'll hit tab, and I will also limit the number of rows to 5. Okay, so these are the different attributes of my dim product table. So let's quickly try to check how many distinct product codes do we have in my product table. I'll copy paste and I'll say distinct product code. Again, I need not to write distinct here because product codes in this table will all be unique. And So it says unknown column product code. Or did I make a spelling? Yeah, so I didn't change the table name to the dim product. And as soon as I hit Control Enter, I see I have three. So Atliq Hardware is currently making 397 distinct products. Let's explore what are those distinct products. To do that, I'll again copy, paste, and I'll say just product to find the product name. Okay, so this is giving, okay. So we have 309 distinct products or product IDs, but the unique products that we are making are only 73. So which means different products in different locations might have different product IDs. Um, or maybe there is a newer version of a product, and which is why its product ID is changing. So let's try to explore what all distinct products do we have in our table. To do that, let me remove count and I'll just run select distinct product code from dim product. Okay, so I want the product names. Okay, so these are the distinct products that are available that Atliq Hardware is currently making. And so a particular product might have different product IDs for various regions. A single product can have different product IDs. Okay, now let's move on to another attribute in my dim product table, which is division and segment category variant. Okay, so let's quickly try to explore this division column. I'll say select distinct and I'll say division from dim product. Okay, so we have three divisions: peripherals and accessories, personal computers, and network and services. All right, let's check what all distinct segments do we have. segment, and we have peripherals, accessories, notebook, desktop, storage, networking. And then what are the remaining attributes? So we have category and variant. Okay, let's check what all different product categories do we have. Category, so we have these many different categories. Let's check the count of distinct categories. To do that, I'll copy paste count, I'll put it inside parentheses, control enter. So we have 14 distinct categories, which are internal HDD, graphic cards, processors, motherboard, mouse, keyboard, and so on. And the last attribute that we had in this product table was variant. So I'll do count, select distinct variant from dim products. So we have standard plus premium, premium plus, standard 1, standard 2, and so on. Let's check the count of distinct variants. Count. Okay, so we have 26 distinct variants in this dim product table. Now let's quickly move on to another table, which is fact gross price. I'll say select star from fact. It is giving me suggestions. I'll hit tab, I'll limit rows to 5, and I'll hit control enter. Okay, so in this table I have product code, fiscal year, and gross price. Okay, so let's check for how many distinct fiscal years do we have this data. So select distinct fiscal year from fact, and I see distinct tables that are inside my GDP 023. I want fact gross price, so I'll hit tab and control enter. So I see that the data is for fiscal years 2020 and 2021. Okay, now let's check. Okay, so we have gross price here. Let's do a sum of select sum gross price as total total price from fact gross price SELECT. Okay, so the total of as total gross price. So we have the total of gross price as 1,19,304. Okay, now let's jump to fact manufacturing cost table. Again, select star from fact manufacturing cost. Fact manufacturing cost MANUFAC. And which is why it was not giving me the suggestion. So as soon as I have written the correct spelling, it gave me the suggestion. I've had control enter, and in this table again I have my product code, cost year, and manufacturing cost. Okay, so we know that we have our data for fiscal year, which is given as cost year in this table, and this data is available for year 2020 and 2021. So let's quickly do a sum of manufacturing cost. Select sum manufacturing manufacturing cost as total manufacturing cost from my table fact manufacturing cost. I'll just copy paste the name of the table. I'll hit enter. Okay, so we see that the total manufacturing cost from this table, the sum of manufacturing cost from my manufacturing cost table is coming as 35,646. So this is not actually the total manufacturing cost. We will, as we move ahead in the project, we will see how to calculate the total manufacturing cost. For now, I have just calculated the sum of the values or entries that are present inside my manufacturing cost table. Okay, now let's move to my table name fact pre-invoice deductions. To do that, I'll say select star from my table is fact. It is giving me suggestions. I'll say fact pre-invoice deductions tab, and I'll again limit to 5 and hit control enter. Okay, so again in my this table I have customer code, fiscal year, and pre-invoice discount. For now I'll just do a sum of this column. Select sum of pre-invoice CE discount PCT from my fact pre-invoice deductions table, and I'll hit control enter. So I see 97.656. Now again, this is just a sum of the entries present inside my factory invoice deductions table. This is not the sum of actual pre-invoice discount amount. We will be calculating it later in this project. So for now, this is just the sum of entries inside my pre-invoice discount percent column. Okay, now let's quickly move on to the last table that I have in my database, and I'll follow the same steps. I'll say select star from, I'll say fact, and I have the suggestions. I'll hit tab on fact sales monthly. Again, I'll limit the rows to total of 5 rows. So in this table, I have my date, product code column, customer code column, sold quantity, and fiscal year. So, so I have already explored that fiscal year is 2020 and 2021. So it is giving me all the entries for fiscal year 2020. Let's check entries for fiscal year 2021. To do that, I'll say where fiscal year is equals to 2021, and these are the 5 entries for which fiscal year is 2021. Again, I have already explored all these columns, product code, customer code, and fiscal year. Date will have, all the different dates for fiscal year 2021 and 2022 for which sales have, happened. From this table, let's quickly do a sum of, select sum of sold quantity from my fact sales monthly table. And here it didn't give me any suggestions. It is because I had a spelling mistake here. SELECT. Okay. So this is the total sum of the sold quantity. This is the total amount of quantities that have been sold in the fiscal year 2020 and 2021 by Atliq Hardware. Okay, so now that we are done with exploring all the tables that we have inside our database, which is GDB023, let's quickly open the folder that we have downloaded from Codebasics, and let's open this ad hoc request that has been given to us by um, the Codebasics team. So we basically have to write a query to solve all of these problems, and which is what we will be doing in the next part of our project. Okay, now let's move to SQL Workbench. Let's open a new SQL file, and here we will be solving our first ad hoc request, which is provide the list of markets in which customer Atliq exclusive operates its business in APAC regions. Okay, so that, let me copy it, let me do comment, enter it, close comment. Okay, so our question is provide list of markets in which customer Atliq exclusive operates its business in APAC region. So my region is Asia Pacific. Customer name is Atliq exclusive, and I want to get the list of markets for Atliq exclusive in Asia Pacific region. So if I vaguely remember that I had my markets, I had my customer name and my region in my dim customer table. So let's quickly see the entries that I have in my dim customer table. Okay, so here I have customer, Atliq exclusive, IC market, and IC region. So which means we will be using our dim customer table to solve this query. Okay, so I'll write select and from my dim customer table. So what do I need to select? I need to select distinct market. Let's make it small d. We will follow the same syntax everywhere, and I will say where market, no, customer is my, let me copy that, like exclusive, and region is region equals to a pack. Now I'll hit Control Enter. So I see these are the distinct markets for which my uh, customer Atliq exclusive, in which customer Atliq exclusive operates its business. Let's count the distinct markets in which Atliq exclusive operates its business. And okay, so out of 27 distinct markets, customer Atliq exclusive is only operational in uh, 8 markets. So we see count of distinct markets from our dim customer table is 27, and out of 27 markets, Atliq exclusive is operating only in 8 markets. And what are those 8 distinct markets? These are those markets: India, Indonesia, Japan, Philippines, South Korea, Australia, New Zealand, and Bangladesh. Okay. So we are done with question number 1. Let's move on to question 2, which is what percentage of unique product increase in 2021 versus 2022. Okay. Again, quickly open a new SQL file, comment, paste it, close comment. So we want to find the percentage of unique product increase in 2021 versus 2020. Okay. So uh, my products are available in my product table. Let's explore this table. So I have my product code, product, and I need uh, okay. So I also need my fiscal year. Okay, so fiscal year was present in either in fact sales monthly table, right? Yeah. So fiscal year and date. Okay. So I have my date and fiscal year in my fact sales monthly table. Now I can do, I mean, I have very many options to, fetch fiscal year for this problem. But the best thing, or the way that that I tackle this problem is by creating a date table. And to create a date table, I will use fact sales monthly table. So what I'll do is I'll say select star from, sorry, I'll say select date, comma fiscal year, comma product code, and customer code from fact sales monthly. Okay, so when I fetch date, fiscal year, product code, and customer code from fact sales monthly. Okay, so this is giving me product code and customer code. Okay, I'll replace and with comma. Now the reason I create a dim date column is because if you are exporting this database to let's say Power BI, it is easier because you already have a dim table created in MySQL. You can, directly import that dim table into Power BI. So so this is the values that I was able to select from fact sales monthly, and I want to create a table out of it. So I'll say create table dim date as and I'll hit and control enter. It will take some time to run. And again, let's see what all tables do I have in this in this database GDB023. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tables, and as soon as I hit refresh, okay, it is still running. The query is still running. Let's wait for a little longer. Okay, so now that the query is successfully run and I have 971631 rows affected, let's again hit refresh button and I'll see I have my dim table created here. So let's try to explore the records in my dim table. Okay, so I have my date, fiscal year, product code, and customer code column. Now, the reason I have included these entries, product code and customer code, is because I needed a column which can be used to link to different tables. So, for example, if I would want to link my dim date table to customer code, I can do it using customer code column, which is common in both of the tables. Okay, now let's move on to SQL file 9. So we want what is the percentage of unique product increase in 2021 versus 2022. Okay, so first of all, we want unique products. To calculate that, I'll say select distinct, and here I'll say product code because I want the count of unique products. So my one single product can have distinct product codes. So which is why to calculate the total distinct products, I'll say distinct product code, or I'll count product code. I'm sorry, count product code instead of products. Okay, from my dim product table, and where fiscal year is fiscal year is equals to 2020. Now how do I get my fiscal year? To do that, I'll say from dim product, and I'll join dim product with my dim date table using my customer code column, and I'll say where fiscal year is equals to 2020. Let's check unknown column customer code in from clause. Okay, so I want to join them using product code. Okay, so here my query is giving me some weird output, which is 3,63,523 products when I have only let's check count distinct product code. So I have only 397 product codes available in my database. So how can this number be so huge? So the reason that I am getting this weird output is because I need to select count distinct product codes. So this will give me unique product codes for the year 2020. Whereas if I select count product code, it is giving me a count of all the product codes that are available in my dim product table for the year 2020. Now when I hit control enter, uh, I get count of distinct product code as 245 for the year 2020, which seems okay. Okay, and I also want my count of distinct product codes for the year 2021. Okay, so to do that, let's hit enter. and I see I have 334 products in my year 2021. So 397. Okay, so some products are discontinued. Some products are, oh, where is my file? SQL. Okay, so some products are discontinued in, fiscal year 2021, and some new products have been added in fiscal year 2021, which is why this count is not exactly 397. Okay, so now that I have my product count for the fiscal year 2020 and 2021, I need a way to combine these outputs in, and get a one single output. And I also want the to calculate the percentage change. To do that, I will use CTE in SQL uh, to tackle this problem. So I'll say with product count 2020 as, and I'll wrap it inside my product count 2020 comma product count 2021 as, and again I'll wrap my query inside this CTE. Now I can select my product count for 2020 and 2021 from both of these common table expressions. So these common table expressions are temporarily created for the scope of select statement that I am about to write now. Okay, so I'll say count distinct product code for 2020 as uh, count 20. Okay, so what I need unique products 2020. Okay, uh, what did I do? Uh, so okay, so let me paste it here, and I'll say this as unique products 2020. Remove these quotes, and then again control C and control V, unique products 2021. Okay, now what do I want? Final output contains these field unique product 2020, unique product 2021, and product change. Okay, so select unique product. This is unique product 2020, and I also want mm, unique product 2021 minus unique product 2020, and I want it as percentage change. Okay, so what I will do is I will say round, and since I want the percentage change, I will divide it by unique, sorry, I will divide it by unique products 2020. I'll multiply it by 100. I'll say comma 2, and I'll close this. Okay, so I have closed one extra bracket, so I'll remove a bracket from here. So what I'm doing here is I am subtracting unique products 2020 from my unique products in 2021, and then I am dividing the output of the subtraction by unique products in 2020, and then I am multiplying it by 100 to calculate the percentage, and I am rounding it off to two decimal places. And what I'll also do is I will say concat. I'll use concat function here, round. I'll write comma, and I'll add a percentage sign here. I'll say as percentage change. Now from which tables do I want? I want it from uh, product count 2021, comma, sorry, product count 2020, comma, product count 2021. I'll run it. Let's wait for the result. Okay, so I have my unique products 2020 245, unique products 2021 334, and percentage change is 36.33%. Yeah, all right. Let's move on to the next question that we have, which is provide a report with all unique product counts for each segment and sort them in descending order of product count. Final output contains two fields, segment and product count. Okay. So let's open a new SQL file, comment, uh, and okay. So let's close this comment. So we want provide a report with all unique product counts for each segment, product counts for each segment, and sort them in descending order of product counts. Okay, segment and product count. So these two fields can be derived from our dim product table. Let's check product count, segment product count. Okay, okay. So let's do select from dim product. What do we want? We want for each segment. So we want segment and we want count distinct product. Now here we need to write distinct. This is because we will first group the products by the segment, and then under each segment we will count distinct products. Okay, so we need to count so count distinct product code from dim product, and I also want segment t, and so I want to count these product codes for my segments. So what I'll do is from distinct product, and I will group by the product underscore count. I'll group them by segment segment, and I want segment and then product count. Group by segment from, okay, I want it from dim product. I want to group them by segment. Let's hit control enter. So this is the number of distinct products for each segment. I want this in descending order of product count. So I'll say order by product count in descending order. So here is my segments arranged in descending order by product count. So notebook has the highest number of products, and segment networking has the lowest number of products. Okay, now let's move on to the next question that we have in this file, which is a follow up on my question number 3, which is which segment has the most increase in unique products in 2021 versus 2022? Okay, so this is similar to the query that we just solved before this query. which is unique products in 2021 versus 2022. Here we want unique product count for each segment for each fiscal year. Let me quickly open a new SQL file. Write comment, close comment, and okay. So for first of all, we will find the count of products for fiscal year 2020 for each segment. So for that, what I'll do is I'll copy paste my code from here to here, and I will say where fiscal year is equals to 2020 will join with dim date using product code. Okay, so this will give me unique product count for the fiscal year 2020. Again, I want the same thing for fiscal year 2021. On the right one. Okay. So I now have my product count for fiscal year 2020 and 2021. I'll rename it to 2020 and product count 2021. I'll wrap it inside CTE. So I'll say with with product count 2020 as, and I'll wrap it inside this, comma, product count 2021 as. Again, I'll wrap my query inside this, and I'll write a select statement. I will say I want segment, comma, product count 2020, product count 2021, and what else do I want? I want a difference. Okay, so I'll say product count 2021 minus product count 2020 as difference, and I will also say I'll also calculate percentage change. So for that, I will divide product count 2021 minus 2020 by 2020, and then I will multiply it by 100. I'll round it off to two decimal places. I will concat a percentage here, concat, okay, and I want to call it percentage difference. Okay, again I want to select all of these values from product count 2021 comma product count 2020. Let's try to run this. Unknown column, product count and order clause. Okay, so I want to do it product count 2021 and product count 2020. Let's try to run it again. Segment in field list. Why is it unknown? segment. Okay, so again, segment is ambiguous. Okay, 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 okay. So here what I'll do is I'll say from product code 2021 join product code 2020 because I want segment to be my main column, and so I want the numbers for 2021 and 2020 against my segment column, which is why I'll join both of these tables, and I'll join them using again segment. Okay, and now let's check the unknown column difference. Why is it unknown? DIFF So product count 2021, product count 2021 minus this. Okay, okay. Unknown column difference in DIFFERENCE. Yeah, I want it as a okay. So I want it as percentage difference. Let's do this. I'll enter. Let's try to run this. Okay. So I have my percentage difference here. So I can see that for notebook 2020 in 2022 I had 92 products. 2021 I have 108 products in for notebook segment. Difference is 16, and this is positive difference. Okay, why is this difference negative? Why is it negative? 2021 I have 75. So why is it coming as negative? 2021 have 75 products. Okay, so the reason my query is throwing this weird output for percentage difference is because I forgot to wrap my product count difference in brackets, and what it was doing is it was first dividing product count 2020 by product count 2020 and then calculating the difference. Okay, so now that we have rectified it, let's try to hit Control Enter and let's check if we are getting the correct output. Okay, so now we have the correct output. So let's check for desktop. Let's open calculator. So 2021 product count is 22 minus 7 is 15 divided by 7 is 21.42, and if we multiply it by 100 it will be 214.29 percentage. So we have the correct output now, and from here we can see that the desktop is the highest growing segment category, in terms of product count. Okay, now let's move on to our next question, which is get the products that have the highest and lowest manufacturing costs. Okay, so let's copy this question. Let's open a new SQL file, add a comment, paste it here, and close the comment. So we want the products that have the highest manufacturing costs. Product code, product manufacturing cost. Okay. So for that we will have to explore fact manufacturing cost table. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll save these tables. So I will say I'll create a new folder. I will say solution and inside it I will save this one as dim customer. I will save this file in the same folder as dim product. This is my gross price. So can save it as fact gross price. Let's save this one as fact manufacturing cost. Let's save this one as fact pre-invoice deductions. Uh, this one we will save as fact sales monthly. Okay, so this is my output 1. So I'll say S1. Solution 2, I'll say S2. Okay, so this is my dim date. Let me close this file. This is my solution 3, and this is my solution 4, S4 save. Okay, so the reason that I have saved these files is because now it will be easier for me to explore whatever uh, file I want to explore. So for example, if I want to go to SQL file where I have explored dim customer table, I will simply select the name from here. If I want to move to fact gross price, I can simply select it from here. Earlier, since the I had not named the SQL files, it was getting very difficult to move to the correct SQL file. Okay, so for our query solution 5, let's save it as S5. Okay, so for our solution 5, we would want our product code table, dim product table, and fact manufacturing cost table. Okay, so let's do select. I want to select from dim product table and from join fact manufacturing cost using, and I want to join them using let's see, I want to join them using product code. Okay, so using product code. And what do I want to select? I want to select the products that have the highest and lowest manufacturing costs. Okay, so I will say select product code, comma, product. Okay, and where I want where manufacturing cost, where manufacturing cost is in, and I want to write select manufacturing cost. So let's copy this, paste it here. I will say select select manufacturing cost from my fact manufacturing cost. and I want this as max manufacturing cost, comma, I'll say comma, and I now want my minimum manufacturing cost. So my manufacturing cost is in, first one is this, I will close it. Okay, so I have my product code and my product name, and I also want manufacturing cost. Okay, so comma, control V. So okay, so my minimum manufacturing cost is 8.8920 and maximum is 240. Okay, so these queries select max manufacturing cost and select min manufacturing cost are giving me, let's try to run this segment. So this is giving me maximum manufacturing cost in the manufacturing cost table, which is 240, and this query is giving me minimum manufacturing cost, which is 0.89. And so I am selecting all of these values from my dim product join fact manufacturing cost tables. I have joined these tables using product code, and I am selecting values where this manufacturing cost is either my maximum cost or my minimum cost. And when I run this, I get my product code A21181501001 and A6120110206 as the products that have the highest and the lowest manufacturing costs. Okay, now let's move on to our next question, which is generate a report which contains the top 5 customers who received an average high pre-invoice discount percent for the fiscal year 2021 and in Indian market. Okay, let's open a new SQL file, comment, star, paste it, star, close comment. Okay, 5 customers. Okay, so we are talking about customer table who received an average high pre-invoice discount percent. So we are also talking about pre-invoice discount percent table, pre-invoice deductions. Okay, and in the Indian markets. So market we can get from dim customer table. Now let's try to solve this problem, and let's break this problem into parts. So I'll select customer code. First, I'll only select customer code from dim customer where market is equals to India. Uh, it's market. Sorry, market is equals to India. Okay, and I want distinct customer code here. Okay, and I also want fiscal year to be 2021. Okay, so to do that, I will join my dim customer table with my dim date table using customer code. Okay, and sorry, and fiscal year is equals to 2021. So I have all of these distinct customer codes for Indian market for fiscal year 2021. Okay, now I will add all the columns that I need to fetch. So I want customer, I want pre-invoice discount. Okay, so pre-invoice discount I can get from pre-invoice deductions table. Paste it here. Sorry. Let's copy the field name, go to current file, paste it here, and then I will join my fact pre-invoice deductions on, so I'll say CDP, and I want C dot customer code, C dot customer I have only in customer table. Okay, I want to join on P dot customer code is equals to C dot customer code, and D dot fiscal year is equals to P dot fiscal year. Let's try to run this. Okay, so my fiscal year column here is ambiguous. Let's run this. Okay, so I have my customer code, customer, and pre-invoice discount. I want average pre-invoice discount. Okay, I want it as average pre-invoice discount. Let's run it. Okay, so I have to, since I'm calculating average, I have to group by my dimensions, which is C dot customer code and customer. Okay, so I have got the average pre-invoice discount percent. One thing I can do here is I can calculate round. I will multiply this by 100 comma 2, and then I want to concatenate percentage sign here. For that I will write concat. Okay, and then I want to the final out I want average high pre-invoice discount. Okay, so I want this to be ordered by average pre-invoice discount percentage. I want this in descending order, and I want to limit to 5 rows. Okay, so we have okay, so the reason it is not sorting the data correctly is because now my uh, pre-invoice discount percent column has come as text. So what I will do is I will order by average pre-invoice discount percent. Control C, Control V, and now I'll hit Control Enter. Okay, so now I have got the customers ordered by average high pre-invoice discount percent, and I have top 5 customers, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so let's save this as solution 6, and let's move on to our next problem, which is get the complete report of gross sales amounts for customer Atliq exclusive for each month. Okay, let's open a new SQL file, create a comment here, and then close the comment. Okay, so we want complete report of gross sales amount for the customer Atliq exclusive for each month. This analysis helps us to get an idea of low and high performing ones and take strategic decisions. The final report contains these columns: month, year, and gross sales amount. Okay, so we need our customer table, then we need, okay, so customer name can be fetched from our customer table. Then we have gross price. Let's check what all are the values in gross price table. So fiscal year, product code, and gross price. So we want customer year and gross sales amount. Okay, so for gross sales amount, we have gross price here. Fact sales monthly has sold quantity. Okay, so we want gross sales amount. So gross sales amount will be gross price into sold quantity. Okay, so for that we will have to concatenate fact sales join fact sales monthly and gross price. Okay, so let's start with calculating gross price. So select uh, from gross price, I want gross price into sold quantity. So I have sold quantity in fact sales monthly, sold quantity. So this will be my gross sales amount as gross sales amount. Okay, so I want this from fact gross price join fact sales monthly on. So fact sales monthly has uh, product code and fiscal year. Gross price has product code and fiscal year. So we can join it using product code, comma, fiscal year. Okay, so now we have complete gross sales amount. I want to round it off to 2 decimal places. Round, comma 2, and I have my gross sales amount rounded off to 2 decimal places. Okay, now what do I want? I want month and year. So for that I'll calculate month of date, comma, year of date. So I'll calculate fiscal year, and I want it as year, and I want this as month. Okay, and I want to join these values with my dim date table. Dim date table, so I will join dim date I'll join this using fiscal year and product code. Again, I'll join this using fiscal year and product code. Try to run this. Column date. Okay, so I want d dot date. and I want d dot fiscal year. I'll say dim date as D, gross price as GP, sales monthly as FSM, and let's wait for the output. So this query is taking some time to load. This is because we have already combined three tables, gross price, sales monthly, and dim date. So let's wait for the output. Okay, so this is taking too much time to load. So what I'll do is I'll interrupt this and I will not use my dim date here. Instead, what I will do is my fact sales monthly has date column. So I'll say month is equals to month date and fiscal year. I have my fiscal year as well. Okay. And now I'll try to run this. Okay. So I have my month and my year and gross sales amount. Now I want this gross sales amount for customer Atliq exclusive. Okay, now to calculate that, what I'll do is I'll again join these tables to dim customer, and this time I will join using customer code. Customer code. So I have my customer code in fact sales monthly and dim customer table. Let's try it. Okay, so I have my gross sales amount. Now this gross sales amount is uh, is not combined, it is not summed up. So to do that, I will say I will sum this amount and I will group by month and fiscal year. So I have my months and I have my fiscal year and I have the gross sales amount. Okay. Okay, so now that we have our report of gross sales amount for customer Atliq exclusive, let's save this file as solutions 7 and let's move on to our next problem, which is question number 8. So copy this, open a new SQL file, create comment, paste it, close comment. And I want in which quarter of 2022 got the maximum total sold quantity. A total output contains these fields, quarter and total sold quantity, and this has to be ordered by total sold quantity. Okay, so for this we will only use fact sales monthly column because we have our date and our fiscal year in fact sales monthly, and we can fetch our quarter from this date. Okay, so let's say select quarter and date as quarter. Okay, and then sum sold quantity, sum of sold quantity from our table fact sales monthly and I want to group by quarter, and I want to order by so I'll say this as total sold quantity. I'll give it an alias name, and I want to order by total sold quantity in descending order. Let's run this. So we have so okay. So and one thing I forgot, I want my quarter to be 2020. So where okay, so we cannot use this quarter. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll create a CTE. Let CTE as rapid inside CTE. I want to select no. Okay. Sorry. So what I'll do is I will say where fiscal year is equals to 2020, and I've got this list. So my quarter 4 of 2022 has the highest total sold quantity, and the amount is 8 crores 42 lakhs, sorry, 84 lakhs 25,822. Okay, so now that we are done with this problem, let's save this as solution 8, and let's move on to the next problem. Let's copy this, bring it to SQL, open a new SQL file, create a comment, add it, close the comment, and we want which channel helped to bring more sales in fiscal year 2021 and percentage contribution. The final output contains these fields: channel, gross sales million, and percentage. Okay, so channel we can get from our customer table, and gross sales million. So gross sales million is gross price into sold quantity. So we have from gross price and fact sales monthly, and channel I think we can, yeah, channel from dim customer. Okay, so let's select channel comma sold quantity from fact sales monthly, paste it, and gross price from gross price into gross price, and let's round, and what I'll do is I will divide this whole thing by 1 million. I'll say 2 decimal places, and I want this as gross sales million. Okay, and I want this from dim customer join fact gross price using, yeah, no, I cannot join dim customer to fact gross price, I believe. Yeah, so I'll join it to fact sales monthly using customer code, join it using customer code only, I believe. So my customer, yeah, customer code. Okay, so I'll join it using customer code, and here I want fact sales monthly. I'll join this to join fact gross price. Now here I will have to join on so fact gross price has on product code, so I'll call it as P, FSM and C. So I'll join it on FSM dot product code is equals to P dot product code and FSM dot fiscal year is equals to P dot fiscal year. Let's try to run this. Okay, and I'm getting 000. Why is it? So, okay, gross sales billion I am getting as 0. Okay, this is because I need to sum it up and group by channel. Sum, and here I will group by channels. Let's try to run this. Okay, so I have my channel and my gross sales million. So we can see that our retailer channel helped us to bring more gross sales amount. One thing I forgot here is to say fiscal year as 2021. Okay, so yeah, here I'll write where fiscal year is equals to 2021. And to avoid ambiguity, what I'll mention is I will say P dot fiscal year is equals to 2021. Let's try to run this again. Okay, so now I have my gross sales million and my channels. Next, the other thing that I want to do is to calculate percentage. So to calculate percentage, I cannot do it here. So I'll create CTE of it, CTE, and so okay with CTE as, and now I will select all of these things from here. Control V. I'll remove this and I will say gross sales million by sum of gross sales million. Okay, or I can use window function here and I can say so I can do this as well from CTE. From CTE, let's try to run this. Okay, and group by channels. Yep, 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 yep. Gross sales million, and I want to calculate this using window function over. Okay. So now I have my percentage. So 140. Let's check if I have correct percentages. 140 140 plus 763 plus 184. 140 plus 63 plus 184. 1087. So 140 divided by 1087 is close to 128. Okay. So now that I have the correct percentage, what I'll do is I'll say round. Sorry, I want it till 2 decimal places. I also want a percentage symbol, and I'll say concat this, and I want this as percentage. Oh, sorry. Sure, I need to copy it here and control enter. Okay. And one thing I forgot here is to multiply this with 100 to get correct percentages. 100 into. Okay, so now I have 12%, 70%, and 16%. So 70% of my business is coming through retail channel. Okay, so now let's save this file as solution 9, and we will move on to the last question, which is get the top 3 products in each division that have the highest total sold quantity in fiscal year 2021. Okay, so create a comment, paste our question, close the comment, and get the top 3 products in each division that have a high total sold quantity in the fiscal year 2021. Okay, so I want division, select division, and I have my division in my dim customer table, so I'll say from dim customer. Okay, what else do I want? I want total sold quantity. Okay, so total sold quantity will be sum of sold quantity. And I also want product code, which I will get from product table. I guess division also we can get from our product table. Let's check. So dim product has division and product code. Nice. So we will not have to combine many tables. So dim product join fact sales. So from where did we get the sold quantity? Fact sales monthly. Fact sales monthly. Okay, let's try to run this code first. It says product code in the field. Oh, sorry. So we have to join these two tables using product code. Okay. So since we have this sum, we also need to group by our dimensions, which is division and product code. Division comma product code. I need to say group by. Let's run this now. Okay, so we have our division, we have our product code, and we have our sum sold quantity. Now what we want to do is we want to find the top 3 product code by total sum quantity in each division. So for that we can use rank function. Now to do, let's just try adding rank function first. So I'll use dense rank. So dense rank, dense rank over. So I'll say dense rank and then I'll say order by, and I want to order by sum sold quantity. I forgot the syntax for dense rank. Okay. So now I have ranked the products basis sum sold quantity, and I forgot to order it in descending order. Okay. So now I have ranked the products, ranked each product code basis the sum of sold quantity. But then the problem that I am facing here is, I want this ranking to restart at each division. So when my division is changing, I want this ranking order to restart. So for that, what I'll do is I'll say partition by, then I'll say division. Okay. So now I see that my ranks are changing at or restarting at on each division. Peripheral and accessories, PC. Okay. So now that I have my rank starting at each division, I can say as rank. Okay. So I have this, and from this I just want to fetch the division and product code. I don't want the sum of sold quantity. So what I'll do is I'll write CTE with CTE as, and enter close this. I want to from this CTE I want to select division, comma product code, from CTE where rank. So this rank is less than 4. Let's try to run this and check what we are getting. So for uh, peripherals and accessories, I have top 3 product codes. For personal computer, I have top 3. For network and service, I believe I have top 3 product code. Okay. So we are able to solve this problem as well, and we will save this as S10. Now I have also created 2 stored procedures for solution 1 and solution 6, just in case someone want to give an input. So let's first try the stored procedure for solution 1, distinct market. Now here I need to give customer and region. So I'll try giving the same customer and region just to check if I'm getting the correct output. So in customer I'll give as Atliq exclusive, and region I will give as APAC, and let's try to execute it. So it is giving me markets as India, Indonesia, Japan, Philippines, South Korea, Australia, New Zealand, and Bangladesh. And if I check solution 1, I'm getting Japan, Philippines, South Korea, Australia, New Zealand, Bangladesh, and Indonesia and India. So this looks good. Now let's check our second stored procedure, which is for solution 6. Generate report which contains top 5 customers who who received an average high pre-invoice discount percent for fiscal year 2021. And I will give inputs as in market is India, fiscal year is 2021, and top 5. It's executed. And I see Flipkart, Vivek's, Ezone, Chroma, and Amazon. Let's check the output for our solution 6. Flipkart, Vivek's, Ezone, Chroma, and Amazon. So you guys can also try creating these stored procedures at your own, and you can let me know through comments if you were able to do it. And if you would want me to create another video showing how I created these stored procedures, please do let me know. With this, I am done presenting my solution for Codebasics Resume Challenge 4. Last but not the least, I would like to thank Codebasics for providing this amazing practice dataset. And I would also like to thank you all for patiently listening. Also, your comments and thoughts are very much welcome. If you liked the video, please do like, and you can also share it to somebody who is learning SQL. And yeah, that was all. Thank you so much for watching.